Hello, my friends. Welcome to Clarity in the Chaos, formerly known as Keto in the Chaos. My name is Tammi, and on this channel, I like to share all of the things that I'm going through on my crazy weight loss journey and life as a perimenopausal dance mom, mother of 9, who's just trying to keep it together. So if that sounds good to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you. To get started.
Let's be in the present. I don't want to sweat it. I just want to start all over. Just want to start all over. All over.
All right, everyone. Welcome to week 1 check-in of my GLP-1 Tirzepatide compound journey. This is the latest in one of my efforts to become more healthy and to stay at a stable weight loss. Back in 2017, I began my weight loss journey with a ketogenic diet that did a really good job at curbing the food noise and the hunger that causes a lot of people to overeat, including myself. It worked so well. It was amazing. It was almost like I was taking something to curb my appetite and the food noise. But in actuality, it was the ketosis that was doing that. Ever since my skin removal surgery in 2021, after losing 200 pounds, I had skin removal surgery, full tummy tuck. There's a whole video series on the ketogenic weight loss and also on the skin removal surgeries experience. After that, I ate a lot of whatever in order to heal, because you have to eat a large amount of calories to heal from a surgery that intense. And I just added carbs back into my diet. It did not matter what I did after the surgery. I was unable to lose any weight, and it was extremely frustrating. I kept going on keto cuts. I kept doing what I had done before, and I don't know, my brain just didn't want to play. I couldn't stay on it long enough to make enough difference. I couldn't get deep enough into ketosis to really kill the food noise and the hunger. And so my weight just went up and up. In fact, in my last video where I introduced the idea that I was going to be starting GLP-1, I went into that in detail of how it started out slowly gaining, and then all of a sudden, the last year, all of a sudden I ballooned up like crazy and I started to panic. I did a lot of research before I decided to go on Tirzepatide. I've been looking at GLP-1s. Lots of people have been suggesting GLP-1s to me for years, and I have fought it. Because part of the reason I started this channel is because I wanted people to lose weight, or to be able to lose weight, to have the tools to lose weight for free. I didn't want people to have to rely on things that cost money. I didn't want people to have to do surgery. I just wanted people to have a way and a tool and a macros chart and a guide, which is still available, by the way. If you could email me, I'm still send it to you if you want to start keto. I had this whole idea that I could fix obesity for the world if I could just tell everybody the secret to losing weight, because it worked so well. Well, the problem is that my head was really in the game. Since 2021, I have also been diagnosed with ADHD. And I guess it probably shouldn't have come as such a surprise, but because I didn't really know a lot about ADHD, I don't really know a lot about weight loss before this, and I didn't know anything about keto. I didn't know anything about ADHD except for the, little anecdotes and whatever that people believe about people with ADHD. Little boy unable to sit in a seat at school, running around, people want to medicate him to make him into a zombie. I had seen all of that kind of stuff, and I never really knew what it was about. When I was diagnosed, I began a medication journey to try and get things under control. It was a lot. I had a lot of really bad emotional reactions during that process. I over-medicated and then under-medicated, and we tried various anxiety drugs, and nothing has worked perfectly. But we did, after 10 months of lots of struggle, finally find a dose of methylphenidate that works for me. So I have been on methylphenidate for several years now. I just know that the fall of this channel coincided with me going on ADHD medication, and that whole psychosis that I went through made this YouTube channel literally impossible, because people were mean and I could not deal. I was not in a state to deal. So I came back here and there, and then I finally just took a very long, year-long break because I just didn't know what to say on the channel. Because I had nothing to say about keto anymore. It wasn't working. I was no longer the expert. And my ADHD hyperfixation was gone, and all of the information that I used to know went poof in my brain, because that's what happens. Since then, this last year, I've also been diagnosed autistic, which explained all of the things that the ADHD diagnosis didn't explain, and the things that the medication did not help, which, by the way, one of them, side effect, weight gain. I thought at first that maybe my overactive mouth was part of the reason that I eat a lot of food. And while that is part of it, the medication did not curb it in any way, the overeating, because there's just something in my actual brain that causes me to be unable to stop. I just decided that GLP-1 was going to be the thing that I was going to do. And I spent a lot of months researching it and trying to decide a company to go with. I finally settled on the cheapest one there is for a couple of reasons. Number one, I am poor. Number two, I'm probably gonna have to stay on this for the rest of my life. And number three, it's really adjustable because they don't give you like prescribed pens. They give you a vial and you can determine if you want to up or little your dose a little bit more fine tune with it. So that was part of the reason. It's a telehealth company. I am now partnered with them. They don't have an affiliate like where they pay me for a video or like give me free meds. Dang it. There are companies who have offered me free meds, which is disappointing because maybe I would have taken them up on it if I hadn't already signed up with Brello, and maybe I will in the future because, I mean, I'm poor. So, you know, money is the number one factor for me. I need to be able to take this long term, and the way I can get the meds, the best way I can get the meds is inexpensively. The trade-off with Brello Health being so inexpensive is that it took a long time to get my meds. But the benefit of it taking a long time to get my meds meant that I had a lot of time to think about it and make sure I wanted to do it and get as educated as I could before I took the first dose. So in this video, you're going to see everything that happened to me this week. And I must warn you in advance, it did not go well. I will come and talk about that, how I'm feeling about it at the end. But be forewarned that you are going to see me falling apart and freaking out during this video. You're going to see an actual autistic meltdown. I recorded some of it, and people have already made fun of me that I've talked to on Facebook groups about being a crybaby and like, I can't believe you're on day 3 and you're filming a video of you crying. Like, I'm so lame. And what people do not realize is that this experience that I was going through was terrifying. Now, I don't even know if that's a reaction to the medication, and we will talk about that at the end of the clips because I don't want to go into all of that unless you really want to dig deep into why I think I reacted that way to the medication. Maybe it's not really the medication. At the time, I thought the medication just wore off. But after the clips, you will see that it didn't necessarily wear off. I had this weird reaction in the middle of the week. Granted, I will tell you in advance, I still lost a lot of weight. And I guess I should not be surprised because like I do really know how to lose weight. It's not that hard when you're really locked in. But I'll tell you what, there were times in this week that I literally thought I would die and that there was no way I was locking into this. And now I'm back in the game. So also be warned, in the very next, I think it's the very next clip or like one of the very first clips, you're going to see me inject myself. I didn't know what I was doing. It was my first time injecting anything that wasn't in a pen. The only time I've ever injected myself before was when I had my surgery and I had to inject the blood thinner and I put that on video. That was not the same thing. This was a whole other ball game. So you will see the needle going in. If that is going to bother you, you may want to skip when I say that I'm about to and I start talking about it and I'm reading the paper. There's lots of warning, okay? There's lots of warning. So skip to the next clip. There's lots to see. Be proud. I filmed every bite I took. Every single bite I took this week. So go me. I was proud of myself. I didn't think I could get back into doing that again, but I did. So I'm really excited. Now, before I get into the video, if you are thinking about signing up with Brello Health and you want to support me in that and help me get a little bit of an affiliate kickback for being willing to get in front of the world and be so vulnerable and show you this ridiculous brain problem that is mine and body problem that is mine, The link is in the description. It's also on my community tab and on Instagram, in my link tree, all of my social media. I have posted my affiliate link in hopes that this will somehow help me pay for my medication. If you don't want to do that and you're not thinking about doing a GLP-1, you're just here for the ride to enjoy making fun of me behind my back, fine. Just don't make fun of me in the comments, please, because I'm very sensitive. You will see this video is very vulnerable and I'm so scared to post it, but it's gonna happen. So my first week on GLP-1 was terrible and it worked despite that. So here we go. Let's see the footage. Okay, you guys, my box has arrived. You know what's really annoying is that it came to me and they didn't even knock on the door. And of course, you know, the thing on UPS says it's going to come anytime before 7. And of course, I've been watching like crazy. But then me and my daughter got into a little bit of a conversation, ironically, about being overweight, because she says I talk about it too much and it makes her uncomfortable. Anyway, I had a breakdown because, like, you know, as a mom, what do you even do, like, when your kid is overweight? Like, I have no idea. Apparently, trying to help is not the option that she wants. So, I'm gonna unbox this box right here with you, because why not? I'm making this video. This is week 1. Today is day 1. I'm planning on doing my shot. I didn't talk about this in my last video. I meant to, but I forgot. I'm planning on taking it at night, or like after I eat dinner. Maybe I'll wait until an hour after I eat, like right before I go to bed, because I'm so afraid of the nausea. Like, I'm gonna keep Zofran by my bed and I'm gonna like pray that I don't wake up in the middle of the night barfing, and I just don't even know like what to think about anything. I'm like so overwhelmed. I can't even believe I have to do this, because I really didn't want to have to do this, but we're doing it, guys. Okay. And it sat on my front porch. Thankfully, it's not 90 degrees or something. I don't know, it's not 100 degrees today or whatever, but it's probably juiced by now. Came all the way from Texas, went all the way to Kentucky, and then came all the way here. Let's make it make sense. I live in Utah, so I don't know how I had to go all the way to Kentucky to come here from Texas, but it is what it is. Okay, top is off. This is a cute little cooler. Maybe I could use this for dance competitions. Not a bad idea. Let's see. What is that? Thermos tag temperature. Oh, temperature indicator, and it says it's a high temperature. It's warning me that it's getting too hot. It literally is like blinking a red light right here. Well, that's funny. Huh. Thermos tag. Who knew? Okay, so I'm gonna get these in the fridge. Luckily, when I had my surgery, one good thing about having my surgery, besides this lift chair that's in my room that I hardly ever use and it just sits right here to be my background, I have a refrigerator over here. So I'm gonna be able to keep my meds up here, which will be nice. Oh, the irony. Guess what it came with, guys? I didn't need to buy any. See, these are the things that I would be glad if videos showed. It came with a whole bunch of these that I showed that I bought in my last video. Bought a whole bunch of them. Probably, guess I don't need them, they came with some. So, whatever. Can't have too many alcohol prep pads, I guess. Steps to injecting from South End Pharmacy. This isn't the name of the company, but this is the pharmacy they use. Start by washing your hands. Gather your supplies. You need your vial, your syringe, your alcohol wipes, your sharps container. Sharps? It says if possible. Where do I put the sharps? I didn't even think of that. These are the things we need to know, people. Where am I putting the sharps? Oh man. Okay. Disinfect the vial. Ensure the syringe came at. Ensure that you're using the syringe that came with the set. Check the multi-dose vial for any unusual particles. Blah blah blah. Remove the seal. Remove both caps. Pull back the plunger. Hold the syringe like you would hold a pen. Slowly inject the needle into the middle of the rubber stopper. Make sure the needle does not bend. Push air into the vial. This step reduces the resistance. Turn the vial and syringe upside down. Now you're ready to draw your medication. Pull the plunger back just a little past the required dose. Push the excess back into the vial until you hit the mark of the required dose. This is to remove the air bubbles. Then you just what? Disinfect the site. It says pinch the injection site, but I've heard to not pinch. I don't know, whatever. At a 45-degree angle, I would have never guessed that. Insert the needle into the skin. Between the index finger and the thumb, in a slow yet constant pressure, push the plunger until you... Is there a video of this? Please? This sounds complicated to my brain. Oh, there's a picture. Guys, I'm scared. Bunch of needles, bunch of syringes, I guess. And then 3 month 1, month 2, and month 3. Are they different dosages? I don't think they are. Here it is, little baby vial. Got it. Got the medicine. Oh, there's patient instructions in here. I'll have to read this later when I'm ready to do it. I'm gonna go do the things I need to do now, which is go to the chiropractor, because that's where I'm on my way to, and then I'm gonna deal with this later. Okay, it's 5 o'clock, and I haven't eaten anything today but a Built Bar and the Legendary Foods protein pastry. So I made myself a big dinner, because I don't know what, this is weird. I'm just trying to figure this stuff out, because this is to get the fiber in, but I feel like it's just huge. Anyway, I did a Kevin's garlic chicken meal, which is really awesome macros. It's only 450 calories for the whole thing, and it has 60 grams of protein. Anyway, it's really good, but it doesn't have any fiber. So I added the beans for the fiber, and the gluten-free tortillas for the fiber, and the tomatoes for the fiber. So I'm hoping it tastes not gross, I put some mozzarella cheese in there because, making it flavorful. Thought about putting some sour cream, but I thought, I don't even know if I'm going to even get both of these down. I know that on the shots, I'm not going to be able to eat both of these. I'll probably only be able to eat a quarter or maybe a half. One of these, or maybe half of one is what I mean. Anyway, this is going to be my main meal for the day, and then I'm probably going to have a smoothie before I do a shot. And we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. All right, it's been almost 3 hours since I ate. I didn't make the smoothie like I was going to. I think I might after this, but I wanted to do this before the sun went down fully and I was in the dark. I wanted to be able to see. Kind of not sure, because everybody said they're on 2.5 milligrams, but this is telling me that the injection is 2.2. But everybody online said that this stuff works, that this brand works. Anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. All right, so we got our needle. We've got these. I already washed my hands. Ugh, I wish I knew what I was doing when it comes. I've literally never done this. I'm guessing that that's the lid. It says flip off. And we clean this, I guess. I love how it says check the vial for any particles of discoloration. How? It's brown. And it's got a label on it. How would you even do that? How would you tell if it was discolored? But we're not freaking out. We're fine. Remove the caps. And I'm okay. I'm fine. 10 units. So that would be to there. And fill it with air. Okay. Okay. So then you put the air into here. You turn it upside down. Okay. How many hands do you need for this? Oh my gosh, this is so nerve-wracking. A little past 10 so that we can plunge it back. Okay. Ooh. See if there's any bubbles. Don't see any, but we're gonna lick it anyway just to be safe. Sees. I saw online that you should make a tiny drop come out the top. So we're gonna do that. Okay, there we go. I'm so nervous. It said 10. I know it says 10 on here. 10 units. 10 units. 10 units. It says 10, right? It says 10. Okay. Okay. I guess I'm going to need another alcohol wipe because the other one is dried out. I guess I'm just gonna do here somewhere on my belly button area. Just gonna clean that off. It says to pinch, but then somebody online said don't pinch, so I don't know which to do. It says a 45-degree angle. Oh my gosh. Put it in. And then push the medicine. Oh my gosh. It's done! Am I gonna die? Nowhere out but through now, baby. Once it's in, it's in. Oh, that's not how the cap goes back on for the sharp. Oops. That didn't happen to me. That's how easily they bend, huh? That sharp is gonna go in a container, which I do not have. I shall figure that out, but for now, I guess I'll just keep them somewhere. Maybe I'll just, I don't know. Thankfully, I don't have little children. So there we go. It is, what time is it? 7:48 p.m. on a Tuesday. First dose is on board. I feel a little weird and I'm nervous and praying I don't throw up in the middle of the night. I will keep you guys updated on any symptoms or any side effects. Hopefully it all goes well. I'm so nervous. Can't you tell? Anyway, thanks for being with me for this little handy dandy experiment, and I will keep you updated as we go. Okay, so probably some of you are wondering if I still get in the pool all the time. Yes, I do. I've been in the pool more than my kids this summer. I try to get in every day if I can, and I'm out here for about an hour or two. I walk laps, I float. I just try and be in the water, mostly for the lipedema swelling, but also for exercise. So that's what I'm doing this morning. Oh, an update. I woke up feeling a little bit nauseous. Not constipated. I don't know if that's information you want to know. But not like sick. I mean, I feel a little off, but like I feel a little off all the time for various reasons. So not a big deal. I don't feel extra tired or anything. I don't feel hungry, but that's pretty normal until about 10 or 11. So we'll see how it goes. Laughed when I saw the scale went up a pound. I mean, I did so good yesterday. I ate 1,400 calories or 1,480 or something like that, and my protein was 130, and my fiber was 36. Man, I was killing it yesterday, and then I gained weight, so it just made me laugh. But like, whatever. I know that's how it goes. I've done this before. Anyway, gonna walk around the pool. I've been in here for, wow, I think like 2.5 hours. I don't know. I did 40 minutes of exercise, tracked it. Didn't go super fast, but I got 2,000 steps around my pool. I love that my little Samsung Health fitness app tracks me like via satellite. So it can see like if I actually move, it'll like if I start going too slowly around the pool, it'll like say workout paused. It's so rude. Makes me go faster. But anyway, I floated for a while, relaxed, and now it's time for me to get out. I don't feel any hunger. It's 10 o'clock. Don't feel nausea. Don't feel anything weird. I don't know. I mean, normally by the time I get out of here, I'm starving. So maybe it's doing something. I know. Whatever. But I am gonna go inside and get started on my day. Okay, it's 1 o'clock and I was starting to feel a little bit shaky and like unstable. I didn't know if it was because I haven't eaten, because I haven't felt hungry, so I didn't know what to eat, and I just didn't want to deal with it. Plus, I need to go grocery shopping. We have very little food in this house right now. Very inconvenient timing. So I went down and grabbed some food. Before you ask, yes, I eat in my bed a lot. Whenever I eat, I just like to get away from my kids for 5 minutes. It's easier to record my food if I'm in my bed. So there you go. I'm in my bed. Okay, so I decided to go for cottage cheese. I've got 200 grams of cottage cheese and 50 grams of blueberries. I have no idea if blueberries have fiber, but I hope so because nothing in my house apparently has fiber. I did notice that Premier Protein Shake has 3 grams of fiber. What the heck? Who knew? So I'm having this Premier Protein Shake that Dave picked me up last night. And I'm going to go ahead and just have a Built Bar. It does not have any fiber. This is coming out like at the end of this week. So I think that this video, it might still be available if it hasn't sold out by the time you see this. But I don't usually like the fruit ones that they do with the white chocolate, but this one with the sour is pretty dang good. There's 3 different new flavors: apple, peach, and blueberry. They're all really, really, really good. So that is what I'm going to have, I guess, for my first meal of the day at 1:00 p.m. All right, it's 6:30 now. And right about 2 o'clock, I started feeling really shaky and really exhausted. I fell asleep around 2:30 for like 30 minutes, which I usually never do. And when I woke up, I had to drive, and I felt like groggy and weird. My head felt full of weirdness. I don't know how to explain it. I was wondering if I should be driving, but I didn't have a choice. We made it there, and then all of a sudden at 5 o'clock, it just stopped. Super weird. And then at 6 o'clock, I started to feel a little bit hungry. Possibly because Dave and I were talking about food, and I realized we didn't have any very much on hand. We had to dig through all the cupboards. He's like, I don't know where anything is with fiber. I'm like, me either. We don't even know what kind of fiber is in stuff. We are so ingrained in protein. We don't even know. So I ended up with pasta because that was left over from the kids' dinner last night, and apparently it has some fiber in it. It's gluten-free pasta, so maybe it's the corn. I don't know. I'll show you what I'm going to eat. Okay, so I have about 222 grams of prepared gluten-free pasta, which is equivalent to about 1 serving, 56 grams of uncooked. I had to look that up online, guys. I didn't really know how to track that. Then I have 175 grams of Rayo's marinara on top, and these are real good chicken nuggets. It is 100 and... how much did he say it was? 133, I think he said. That's like half of what I would normally eat. Like in a normal day, I would eat double this. For sure, at least double of the nuggets for sure. I still didn't meet my calories or my protein or my fiber, so I'm adding another one of these, and I'm like, that's going to be expensive. These are not cheap. I looked at the powder. The powder's way cheaper. It doesn't have fiber. I'm like, oh my heck. You gotta be kidding me. So now I'm like, whatever. I'm going to drink this. Don't think I'm going to eat any more after this. We'll see. Look what Dave brought home for me. I've never tried this before, but it looks awesome. Caffeinated protein. Heck yeah, man. Ooh, it has a fiber. Even better. Alright, we're gonna try this. I don't know how I feel. And yes, I can drink caffeine at night. I have ADHD. It'll put me to sleep. Oh my gosh, that's as good as a Fairlife milk. That's better than a Fairlife milk. Oh my gosh. How much are these?
$3 each.
3 each? I mean, a bang is $2.50.
No, I just bought 3 for $4.
Well, it depends on where you get them. 140 milligrams of caffeine, 20 grams of protein, 3 grams of carbs, 1's fiber, so 2 grams of carbs. Heck yeah, baby. That's yummy. Alright, it's Thursday morning and I'm in the pool doing my exercise. Was I a little disappointed in the scale this morning? I mean, you gotta be honest that yes. I mean, I didn't expect to go up a pound and then stay there, especially I did so good yesterday and I went pee like a billion times. Like, I don't know, I got up in the night like every hour. And so I thought for sure that water weight would have dropped off or something, because like, you know, with keto, like that's what happens right away, and I'm used to that big drop at the beginning. But a lot of people say that it takes a while for it to really work. Maybe I ate too much. Maybe I just need to be patient. I mean, I know I need to be patient because, like, I don't know, I feel the pressure. I was originally not planning on putting up any videos until I was sure it was going to work, because I was afraid it wasn't. And then I just decided to just go for it, and that pressure of like having to perform for other people is real. Anyway, I don't think if I was making videos that I would be worried about it, but maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna do my exercise now. Alright, it is a little bit after noon. I stayed in the pool probably way too long. I hope I am just more tan and not burned, but whatever. And I'm about to do my makeup, so I usually drink like a Coke when I'm doing my makeup, but this was in my fridge. Dave bought for me. It's got 20 grams of protein, so I'm gonna drink this and then I'll eat in a little bit. Alright, it is now almost 3 o'clock and I'm about to finally eat my first meal. That protein shake I had this morning tided me over and I wasn't hungry, but I am starting to feel a little hungry. I don't know if you're supposed to or not. I don't really get this stuff, but like, it's fine. I don't feel ravenously starving like normal, so I'll take it. Anyway, so Dave went and bought me some high fiber foods, but not very high protein foods. So we're working on this. So this is 120 grams of Uncle Ben's prepared basmati rice. And then I think it's like good tasting, I don't know, but it's chana masala. And I did half a package, which I believe was 100 and, gosh, I already forgot how many grams, but I already tracked it, so we're good. Half a package of this chana masala. Then to get some protein in, I put in 75 grams of cottage cheese and 50 grams of yogurt. And then I'm going to have a piece of gluten-free bread with 4 grams of butter and a protein shake. And that is going to be, I guess, my second-ish meal of the day. All right, so it's 7:30. As far as symptoms have gone today, I did take B12 last night before I went to bed, the one that I showed in my very first video when I was coming back. I can't remember the name of it. Trek weight or something. I don't know. I will try and remember to link it below because I have not been tired at all today. And I don't know if that's because I'm on whatever day it is. Day 2. I downloaded the Shotzi app. Thank you so much to Becky. I was not tired at all today, which was weird. I have had acid reflux here and there, and I'm a no kind of nothing like that kind of girl, so it's been weird. And I honestly don't even have anything on hand, so I just went online and ordered some Tums and some, like, I don't know what it's called, antacid something or other, and some Pepto-Bismol just to have on hand because, you know, I would hate to be in a real bind and, like, not literally and not have anything on hand. Speaking of that other issue, I'm a little concerned that I might be getting a little bit constipated, so I did take some Senna earlier today. So far, nothing exciting has happened. And I ordered some Miralax chews. And I have some Colace. Like, I've got everything on hand because I don't want things to get out of control and painful. I can hardly get the fiber. Like, especially when you're eating less food. Like, how, oh my gosh. It's like, how do you get protein and fiber? It's crazy to me. I got 20, I think, today. And that was hard. So, I am going to show you what I'm going to eat for my final meal. Okay, so since I did more like dinner food earlier and didn't do any kind of smoothie or, I don't know, breakfast food, we're switching things up. So this is a smoothie made with 200 grams of strawberries, frozen strawberries, 40 grams of blueberries, 200 grams of Fage Greek yogurt, 30 grams of Premier Protein shake powder, and 150 grams of 2% milk. Whipped up with some Mio water enhancer in my blender. Then my son brought home these cherries, and I could not resist. They are so expensive, so I didn't take very many, even though I would have loved to have like 3 times this amount. But I was taking them for my son, so I felt guilty. And then, of course, my very last sour Built bar. And I guess that's going to be my final meal of the day. See, I have protein. Dairy will set better than tomato sauce did yesterday. Okay, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I have been basically hungry since 10-ish. I took a long bath, which generally makes me emotional for some reason, and so today was no exception. I don't think that's a side effect. I think it's just what happens when I do that, but it's probably necessary, which is why I do it so often. Anyway, I was relieved when I stepped on the scale this morning. I'm starting to get a little nervous, but I feel a little better. And I went ahead and made basically the same exact thing as I ate yesterday because I had the other half, but it's just slightly less of it because it apparently isn't quite half what it says on the package. Right, so I have 100 grams of already cooked Uncle Ben's basmati rice and Tasty Bites chana masala, 109 grams. I have 100 grams of 4% cottage cheese and 50 grams of 0% yogurt, Fage Greek yogurt, also a Premier protein shake, and a piece of gluten-free bread with 4 grams of butter. Okay, guys, it's only day 3, and I ate about, 2 hours ago. I showed you what I ate. Yesterday when I ate that exact thing, I wasn't even hungry when I ate my shake and everything last night, my smoothie and everything last night. This time, I literally, for the last half an hour, I'm gonna cry. I have been ravenously starving. My stomach doesn't hurt I'm hungry, but my head is just begging me for food. Thank the Lord I didn't buy all of the protein snacks that exist because I have nothing except food I would have to prepare. And my stomach is still fullish. It doesn't feel hungry. It's just my stupid freaking head. But it's so bad. It's so much worse, I swear, than it was before I started the shot. Of course, before I started the shot, I wouldn't have let it get like this because I would have eaten, preemptively, I would have eaten more. I swear I eat probably over 3,000 calories most days when I'm not tracking because it's as soon as I feel any hunger, because I'm afraid of this feeling, it's so insane, I will go and just get, make a whole bowl of popcorn or make a grilled cheese sandwich on gluten-free bread or I don't know. I'll just make something. But I don't even have a Built bar. I'm all out of my sour Built bars that I've been showing you guys, and I ordered some more Built bars, and I'm crying because the Built bars were supposed to come yesterday and they didn't come. And then when I logged in on my app just a minute ago, it said they were delivered and they're not here. And I just thought if I could just eat a Built bar, maybe it would just chill me out because I can't find anything to eat. I don't know why I'm recording this. I'm recording this because I know this will pass and then I'll feel better and then I'll forget, and I want you guys to know every single symptom just in case you're curious, because I know I'm binging every 1 week on Mounjaro and Tirzepatide and Zepbound videos I can find right now. So if I'm subscribing to all of your channels, now you know why. It's because I'm literally losing my mind. I didn't have any acid reflux after eating this amount, and honestly, it was less than yesterday. Like I said, it was less food, but only by there was 40 grams less of rice and maybe 40 grams less of the chana masala. So it was 80 grams of food. It's not I was missing out on a lot of food. What is the deal? Anyway, it's only day 3 and I'm scared. I gotta go shopping tonight, and so I will have food, and I don't want to mess this up. 7,000 people have watched my video. 7,000 people. The pressure is huge to succeed. I want to succeed. Thank you guys for watching. I cannot believe that 7,000 people have watched my video already. It's only been up for 2 days, and I'm just
blown away, and I've only had like 2 negative comments and they weren't even that bad, and I'm like so grateful because I've been so scared about people coming on and telling me that I'm useless or hopeless or I don't know. Why am I recording this? I don't know. So I shouldn't be crying because there goes all my electrolytes, right? When I was on keto, when I would feel a little bit like this, I would just take more Sole, and that usually worked. So I just went in and took a dose of Sole water, and I gotta stop crying so that I can stop losing my sodium. It's a good chance that it's happening because I took a bath, but like, I took a bath, but I'd like been swimming every day. What's the difference between swimming and exercising? That's even more like exhausting than lying in the bath watching TV. Make it make sense. Whatever. Hot water versus cold, maybe? Could be that. I'm not really asking for advice. I talk through things. It's part of my ADHD. Part of the reason what makes me good at YouTube, because I literally always talk to every person that I meet. In fact, every single human I have spoken to probably in the last 2 months knew that I was thinking about taking a GLP-1 because that's what I do. Even strangers. And you know what? Nobody was negative about it. Nobody, which is really crazy. Anyway, I forgot that yesterday I also had that caffeine milk in the morning, the caffeine protein shake, and maybe I just needed more food. But I'm like already halfway to my calories. I can't figure it out. I'm like, I ate less than yesterday. I don't know. I did eat more cottage cheese maybe than yesterday, but like 25 grams more. I feel so much better just talking, just having this little crybaby fest. I feel a lot better. So I'm going to chill out. I'm going to try really hard not to eat anything until closer to dinner time. If I feel desperate, I may stop at the gas station and buy a freaking Built Bar. We will see. Anyway, Built Bar, where's my product? And why didn't you tell me that you were putting out real bars instead of puffs after I just spent a crap ton of money on puffs and I really prefer the real bars? All right, it is almost 9 o'clock at night. I was really short on my protein. Didn't know what else to eat after the stupid Quest bar. I was feeling better earlier. Well, not fully better. I feel a lot better now than I did before, but not sure what happened. My brain is not working. I'm not sure what happened. I got on the vibration plate for 15 minutes, trying to get my system moving. And then, I don't know, I just was really emotional today, and maybe it has nothing to do with the shots. I mean, I'm sometimes like that. I melt down. Personally, I think it's an autism thing. It felt like an autistic meltdown. I think it's because my body is changed in the way that it reacts to things, and I've noticed that since I started the shot, I've been grinding my teeth constantly. It's like so much worse. And normally it wouldn't be because I would eat. And since I'm not eating, I think my body just like knows something is not right. So I don't know. Anyway, this does not look that appetizing, I know, but I promise you it is. And it's not very much food because I didn't need very much to meet my protein. So it's just 3 ounces, or I think it's 100 grams of cooked chicken breast and 100 grams of cooked long grain rice. And I know that's kind of bland looking, but my husband makes it with like, he puts in like bouillon or something. I don't know. It's pretty tasty actually. The kids love it. And that'll fill off my protein for the day. And we'll see how tomorrow goes. All right, it's Saturday morning, guys. New day. Hopefully today will not be like yesterday because that was awful. Pray for me because, yeah. That was awful. I just don't even have any other words for that. I am going to go and do my exercise in the pool this morning, and then we'll see what the day brings.
All right, it's 11:30. I got out of the pool. I did really good in the pool today. I've been trying to hit like 45 minutes. Today I went over an hour. The last few days I've been hitting over a 30-minute mile, and today I did 29 minutes. And I don't even know how my phone is keeping track of my miles, because like it just keeps. I don't have a watch anymore because I keep, I don't know, breaking them. I whack them into everything. It's just pointless. Anyway, so I do it by satellite, and it said that I was walking like 1.5 miles an hour, 1.9 miles an hour average or something. Yeah, that's what it was, 1.9. And then, so not super fast, but I'm like in the pool. I go over 3,000 steps just in the time I was in the pool. So it's 11:30, and I am going to have this because I bought it yesterday when I bought the strawberry one. And these are so good, guys. Like, I mean, like, I'm seriously in love with this, especially the chocolate one. Oh my gosh. Literally my favorite thing ever. I'm going to drink this and call it good for a couple hours, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I was really, really hungry before I got in the pool. That hunger gets kind of subsided. It's not the hunger that bothers me the most. It's that weird thing that happened to me yesterday. And that is the reason I eat. That what happened to me yesterday. I really hope does not happen today. Not sure what causes it. But here's hoping. Anyway. Alright guys, it's almost 3 o'clock, and I have been really putting off eating, partially because of what happened yesterday after I ate, and the other reason because I just didn't know what to eat. So I finally went downstairs and made myself something to eat. Okay, so this is more of that Uncle Ben's basmati rice, 122 grams, which is basically supposed to be half the package. We'll see if it actually pans out. I think they're lying. And then on top today, I have orange chicken from Kevin's brand. I put in 150 grams of this. That's supposed to be a third of a package, but it looked like more than half. And then I have a piece of gluten-free bread, just like yesterday, with 4 grams of butter and a Premier Protein shake. So wish me luck. I hope that this is enough food and that it's not too much food and that I just can survive. Okay, it's 5 o'clock and I am losing my mind. I can't accomplish anything. All I am doing is just sitting here thinking about how miserable I am. This is lame. Apparently you're supposed to just eat and like eventually the drug will like work. But yet I'm like 8,000 now. People have watched my video. Like I can't like mess this up, and yet I feel like I'm dying. I can't do anything. I'm just laying here in bed, literally just thinking about food. It's terrible. I swear it's worse than before I started the medication. But like I posted on the boards and people are like, you're just wanting it too soon. It takes 4 weeks to start working, blah, blah, blah. Well, what do you do for the 4 weeks? Just to eat like normal and gain weight? Anyway, I don't even know why I'm mentioning it other than I want to document my first week, exactly how it's happening. And I guess if that makes me look some type of way, then I guess that's what happens. So here we are. So I racked my fridge to see if there was anything that I could eat that didn't have 1,000,000 calories. So I settled on some watermelon that's really old. I don't even know if it's any good. That's how desperate we are right now. Alright guys, it's 9 o'clock and I didn't know what to eat and I was losing it. So I sent Dave to get my go-to wings. Only difference is I'm not having my normal 9 or 12. I'm just having 6. And that's going to be my last meal of the day. That and of course the fiber-filled veg. Okay guys, I'm heading out to church. I do not want to be hungry at church. I'm teaching little children, so let's just say hopefully this is going to last me because I'm having a feeling it won't. But I'm having my Premier Protein. Dave went out and got me some Quest bars. These are good because they actually have a ton of fiber. They don't taste as good as Built, but they have fiber, and apparently fiber is important. And this is also my fiber for the day. I've got 100 grams of raspberries, and for a sweet treat, 20 grams of sugar-free whipped cream on top. And I guess that's going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, I'm home from church and I just made myself my lunch. So this is basically the same thing I had yesterday. It's the other half of the orange chicken Kevin's meal, the other half of the Uncle Ben's rice. I added in 75 grams of black beans in 39 grams of Greek yogurt, and these are 2 gluten-free tortillas. I probably won't eat this whole thing, we'll see. I think I can probably do just fine though, because I think the medicine's basically worn off. If not, then I will just heat it up and eat it. Like, I'll eat one, and then I'll heat it up and eat the other one in a couple hours. We'll see. And that's going to be my second meal of the day. Okay. Actually, can I just say, it's been a pretty great day.
It's almost 7 o'clock and I haven't felt hungry or the crazy brain burning, whatever the heck that is that I get that apparently other people don't get. I probably don't even need to eat, but I just want to make sure that that lasts. Because, you know, I don't really want to go back there yet again, and I had decided I was going to eat more food. I didn't eat over my TDEE, so I think we're good. And this is all I'm having for dinner. This is a grilled cheese on gluten-free bread, ounce of cheese, 350 grams of watermelon, some Quest chips, protein shake, and a Coke. That's going to be my final meal of the day.
All right, morning friends. It is Monday morning. I made it through the weekend. Yesterday was not so bad, but the days leading up to yesterday, I literally was like, this is stupid. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow for shot day. I still haven't decided. As you can see, the scale made me really happy this morning, despite eating more calories yesterday in order to fend off that nasty brain pain. I'm not going to call it food noise anymore because apparently that's not what this is. It's something else. I don't even think about food. I'm just thinking about ow. Mental pain. It's mental pain, but it hurts physically. It is not an actual pain in my brain like a headache. I can't take like an ibuprofen. I am in the pool. I'm going to do my exercise for the morning. There's a big windstorm, so I've been in here like cleaning out leaves and stuff, I guess. I'm kind of chilly this morning. Fall weather's coming in. That makes me sad. This week my kids go back to school, and next week I start up homeschool again, and I'm gonna miss the pool. I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. All right, so I'm gonna walk the pool and see if I can get 2 miles today. Wish me luck. I did it! I got the 2 miles, 4,013 steps in 56 minutes, 57 minutes. Like, that's insane because like when I first started tracking my walking, so like I've been walking all summer, but I haven't really tracked it. And when I first started tracking it, I was like at a 34-minute mile and I was making it maybe like a mile and a little. And then yesterday I hit a 29-minute mile and made it almost to 2 miles. And well, I ended up finishing out the 2 miles, but almost the 2 miles in one go. And then today I set a goal to make it the 2 miles. I just didn't think about it. I turned on a YouTube video, someone's GLP-1 journey, I'm not sure whose, that was really long, which was really beneficial. And I literally just listened to her talk for like the whole time. Like it was 45-minute video, so like most of the whole time. And I was just shocked when it said, I hit my first mile at 26 minutes. And then I finished the whole thing at 57, I think it's 57 minutes. 2 miles, guys. I'm so proud of myself. So now I'm just gonna like, I still walk around, clean the pool more and like chillax, but I don't like track it anymore, like just chill. So probably chill out here until I can't stand it anymore and I have to, you know, use the restroom because that's the #1 thing that usually gets me out of here. I'm sure you can understand. And then I will go on with my day, trying to decide what I'm gonna eat this morning. I'm already hungry. I just don't have any access to food while I'm in the pool, so I'm not gonna even think about it. But yeah, I'm starting to think about it. So like, I'm worried about what I'm gonna eat. I'm thinking about what's gonna taste good. I'm wondering what's gonna fill me up. I'm wondering if it's gonna make me sick. You know, all of those things, like lots of food thoughts, which I guess that's probably what people talk about as being food noise. That is not my problem, apparently. That is not my problem. I've had a couple cravings this week. Yesterday I was craving a big bowl of pudding because I used to use Fairlife milk and pudding powder at the sugar-free kind and then just like make a whole bowl and eat the whole thing. Yesterday I was really craving that and then I decided not to do it because I tracked it in my tracker and it was like 300 and something calories and I'm like, oh, that's awful. It's pretty much the only thing I've craved this week except for Premier protein shakes. The chocolate Premier protein shakes. I literally want all of the chocolate Premier protein shakes. It's like I can't even eat a meal without one. It's like, it's what makes the meal finish off for me. Almost like it used to be like having chocolate or something after, or like I would finish eating and then I would still want to eat more, and like the protein shake is now like the new thing for that. I don't know. So like I am, even though I struggled in the middle, having some benefits from the medication, I think still,
Maybe it's just because I am an all or nothing person, so now I'm mentally focused on it. Like, literally obsessed with watching videos and reading subreddits. I haven't gone on TikTok yet, but I'll probably do that today because I've exhausted all of YouTube and all of, like, Instagram. So, wish me luck on the TikToks. I don't really like TikTok that much, but maybe I'll start posting videos again. I had some negative reactions on there, and TikTok is so, like, personal. Have you been on TikTok? Like, if you think YouTube is personal, no. Like, this, what I'm doing right here, I know that probably my friends and family are not going to watch this, right? Like, I'm pretty safe. But when I put things on TikTok, my kids watch it. Their friends watch it. Like, it's... I had to set it so that nobody could watch my TikTok that wasn't already a friend, because I had one of my daughter's friends actually go on and make fun of me. She's gone from the studio now, thank goodness. But, like, that's why I literally shut my TikTok down, because my daughter, like... My daughter's friends, but they weren't really friends. Anyway, whatever. Just gonna chill out here for as long as I can stand, just because it's so nice for me and summer's almost over. And then I'll get back to you on what happens the rest of the day.
Okie dokie. It's noon. I'm not actually hungry, but I'm gonna eat so that I can prevent the weird, crazy psycho hunger that apparently happens to me from happening. And because I normally eat, so I'm not sure why I'm not hungry, but that's awesome. Thank you for them. I'm glad about that. Tomorrow's shot day and tomorrow's weigh-in day and all of the stuff, so yeah. Anyway, regardless, I've already talked to you guys about all of this, so I'm just gonna move on to what I am eating. My freaking Built Bars finally showed up. I ordered these like 3 days before they said that they were doing the regular Built Bars instead of the Puffs. And then I tried to cancel my order, and anyway, it was a whole thing, and I ended up getting them. And as you can see, they have gotten a little melty here in super hot Utah. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm gonna eat this strawberry puff, primary protein, because as I mentioned earlier, that's all I can think about. Some raspberries with sugar-free whipped cream, and then a piece of toast with an egg. I gotta eat some eggs, guys. I literally have like 15 chickens. I used to have 30, but I don't have as many now. And, you know, like, why am I not eating eggs? I don't know. It is what it is. And please, no comments about my paper plates. I have 9 freaking kids. I don't want to hear it. Alright guys, it's 5:30. I just spent the last 2 hours talking to my cute son in Ecuador. He's doing so great. Like, I mean, he doesn't think he's doing great, but he's doing great things. Anyway, it's really cheered me up. I've had a pretty good day today. I haven't been hungry. I mean, I've had a little bit of food noise, the way other people describe it, like thinking about foods I'd like to eat. I'm just now starting to get a little bit hungry after eating, what time did I eat? Noon? So like 5 hours later, that's pretty decent. Like by this time on like Thursday, I was like freaking out, like dying. So I'm feeling pretty good. But I decided, since I am starting to get a little bit hungry and I'm not sure when we're going to eat dinner, I'm going to go ahead and eat one of these because they're not the best flavor. And I feel like I know if I eat this, I won't be hungry anymore, and it has fiber, and I need to eat them because, like, Dave bought them. I would rather eat, like, every Built Bar in the box because those puffs are freaking addicting. So instead of that, I'm going to have this because it has fiber, and then probably won't eat again until dinner. Okay, guys, it is 8 o'clock, and I'm about to have my final meal of the day. So this is 150 grams of Kevin's brand chicken tikka masala with 75 grams of, sorry, there goes my voice, Greek yogurt, 0% Faya Greek yogurt. They bought me this quinoa. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm going to try and suck it down, but I may not eat it all. I've got 75 grams of quinoa and brown rice. It's the pre-made, so it's so nice to have the pre-made because for fiber and stuff, like, I don't have to cook anything. I just, like, heat it up for 90 seconds. It's so nice. And then, of course, I decided I wanted kind of like a naan bread, so this is just a gluten-free tortilla fried in about 2 grams of oil. So that is going to be my last meal of the day. Okay, so now we got through all of that. Maybe it wasn't quite as dramatic as it was in my head. Let's be honest, I literally felt crazy. So I felt like that a couple of times in my life One being when I was adjusting my methylphenidate, I did over-medicate on methylphenidate and did get to the point where I felt kind of crazy like that. It wasn't quite the same feeling. I literally felt like my brain was burning. Like all the neurons were firing and it was painful. That is the only way I can describe it. And I think it has to be a neurodivergency thing. Either that, or I think it might be a dopamine overload kind of thing, because I'm used to taking my methylphenidate and I take a pretty good dose. Let's put it that way. Every single morning. And I also drink a Bang for the extra caffeine, because I don't survive unless I have a lot of stimulant, because the stimulant is what calms me down and helps my brain to think and gives it relaxation. I think I should have known something was off the very first day, because I had the normal side effects, which were like nothing. I didn't have any of the scary side effects that they say you're going to have, but I had my teeth grinding issue became exacerbated a lot. I noticed that I was grinding my teeth. Even when I wasn't hungry, even when I was full, even when the medicine was working, even when I didn't feel any nausea, I didn't have any reason for me to be trying to self-regulate subconsciously. And yet, I was doing that. And I did take note of it. I was kind of annoyed. And I thought, well, I'm messing up my whole brain chemistry. I'm wigging out my body. My autism hates change. My ADHD is like, what's going on? And going into hyperfocus mode and wanting to learn all of the things. And I think I just fried my brain. So that's the only explanation, because after I think it was 3 days of intense, horrible pain, which started with the brain pain, and then I also got back intense hunger. Like, guys, we're not talking about just being hungry here. We're not talking about just like thinking about food, like food noise. Okay, I don't think that food noise means what I think it means, because when it came to talking about it, I kept trying to say the food noise is so bad. It's killing me. And I don't think people understand, because we're not talking about, oh, there's Oreos on the fridge downstairs. I need to get them because they're there staring at me. And in the middle of the night, I want to go down and get it, and I can't think about it. Can't stop thinking about it. Now, I do sometimes have that. But no, what I am talking about is a physical sensation. If I get hungry, it is so painful in my head. It fries like the back of my brain. And it does that all the time. And that's the reason I eat so much, because I'm trying to prevent it, right? Every time I feel a hunger pang, it kicks in a PTSD response, a cortisol response, a freak out response, and I go and get food really quickly, because immediately it stops it. I don't know why it works, but it is seriously annoying that it's the only thing that regulates my stupid brain. It's really annoying. And for some reason on keto, like, it eliminated it. And I don't really know like why ketosis was so beneficial for me that way, but I never could get fully into ketosis again since my surgery. My brain won't do it. If you were with me last week, we talked about the hot stove analogy, okay? So we're talking about ADHD, executive dysfunction, like your house is a mess, things are bad, you need to take a shower, you haven't brushed your hair, there's things to do, there's so much things, and there's just things, and then you just can't see them, right? Watching TV, being on my phone. When you're in executive dysfunction and people are like, just go and do it, like just clean your room, like make a plan, get rid of stuff, just do it. And you're like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it. And you literally sit to the edge of the bed, and before your feet hit the floor, your entire body goes, you ain't doing it. Bam, back down you go. It is the most insane thing. It's like someone literally physically stopping you. So the hot stove analogy, turn on the hot stove and tell a neurotypical person to touch it. Right? It's easy. Anyone can do it. You have the tools. It's obvious. The steps are right there. It won't take very much effort. Just literally reach out and touch it. Can you do it? If you do, if you are capable of it, which a lot of people could with a lot of focus and a lot of internal motivation, willpower, right? You could prick it and jump back. Who can put their whole hand there and leave it? Leave it on the burner. Just leave it there. It's searing. It's burning. It's taking your skin off. it's making you cry. Everything inside you is screaming to stop. And yet everyone else is over here, keep it on there. You can do this. It's going to be better for you if you just keep it there. That's what this felt like. This made ADHD executive dysfunction look like chump change. This was pain. And I'm also a black or white thinker. It's like all or nothing. I can't like just say, go eat some food then. If the food will help it, go eat some food. And I'm like, no, because I'm on a calorie deficit and I am tracking my macros. And the two parts of my brain, the hard and fast doing this brain, and I committed to this, and there's people watching me, and there's pressure. The pressure. 10,000 people watched my video in a week. Pressure does not even begin to describe it, right? I have this whole thing over here, and then I have this whole thing over here, like, if you don't eat, you will literally die. And the two are just like, oh, it's just so hard for me to explain. I am sure there's people rolling their eyes right now. I am sure there's people out there who are like, you are literally Looney Tunes. Guess what, guys? I am actually Looney Tunes. My brain actually doesn't work the same as everybody else's, and this was the prime example. If ever there was a visual that illustrated the fact that I feel things on a higher level than other human beings, this is it. I thought, you know what? This is the difference between me and them. When people don't believe me, when I say I'm autistic, or when I say I have ADHD, dude, you gotta move in here for just like 5 minutes. Like if you had done that with me, you would have said, to hell with this. Forget it. Do not diet ever again. Be 500 pounds because that is better than this. It was the weirdest thing. So I survived it. Am I gonna do it again? Flip yes. Because I am a glutton for punishment. And if I get in brain pain zone, I will be eating Built bars or something. I have some Quest bars. So I have things in my room that I can eat. And I've given myself permission. So we are not if a calorie deficit is possible, we are doing it. I think the biggest mistake that I made was going all in and trying to track everything and be so perfect. So I show you guys exactly how to do it so that I could be like the perfect Miss Tammi and like I know all the answers. Well, that's just stupid because nobody else does that. I've watched a billion videos and not a soul has done that besides me. Nobody. No, they're out there eating burgers and then throwing them up at night. And they're out there like they've got food cravings for whatever and they're just eating some. Or they're out there puking because they can't eat a dang thing. Nobody is out there tracking no macro in the first week. Except me. The weigh-in went well. If you go by my start weight to the weight today, I lost 7.7 pounds in a week, which is pretty good. That's probably what would have happened if I'd gone keto. Yes, I flushed a lot of fluid off my body, and that's another reason I wanted to take a GLP-1 because I have lipedema and lymphedema, and my ankles are like skinnier, and my hands are like skinnier, so like you can tell the water has like come off of me. Downside was I don't think I've ever peed so much at night, like a lot. So I went from my normal getting up twice a night to go to the bathroom to like 4, 5, 6. Luckily, my bathroom is really close to my bed, and I'm used to waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. It wasn't a big deal. And weirdly enough, the first few days, I actually got longer sleep. I was able to sleep in longer, but then as the medication has worn off, I've been waking up earlier. I woke up this morning at 5:40. Of course I did. Whatever. I always. And then some days I slept until like 7 or 8, which was like weird because I never do that. So that was nice, and I'm hoping that that's a long-term thing, that maybe it does help me with my sleep because I don't sleep so great with all the getting up in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so weigh-ins for the week. I mean, we'll just say I lost 7.7 pounds because that's what everybody else does, right? They weigh once a week. But the way I like to do it, if you're new here, is to go by average weights because I know as we go down the line, I'm going to have some days where I gain a bunch of weight, and I'm going to have some days where I lose a bunch of weight, and I'll get so happy when I lose or get so frustrated when I gain. And if I do the average per week, it just like quells that. It throws out the top and bottom number and gives you the middle number, and that's the one you go by, and it's the most accurate as you go down. So 265. So I went up to 265, then was 265 again, and then all of a sudden dramatic weight loss, 261.7, then I stayed at 261, and then it's 261 again, then down to 259, and then this morning another drop down to 256.6 for an average of 261.3, which is 3 pounds down for the week. So I will take that. That's good weight loss. Good is 1 to 2 pounds on this drug. So we'll see what happens. I don't know how much tracking I will do next week. I'm just a tracker. It just makes me feel better. If I'm going to track my protein, I'm going to track everything. And you got to track your protein and make sure you're getting enough. And you got to track your fiber. So, like, how do you not track everything? It makes no sense to me. So, speaking of tracking, I did track all week long. So, the day of shot day, I had already started tracking and I was already doing a deficit. 1480, the next day 1467, then 1386, 1306, 1691, and then Sunday, the day that I decided I was just going to eat more, was 2038, and then all of a sudden yesterday, 1360. What? I don't even know where that came from. Average calories for the week was 1533, which is like a 700 calorie deficit per day. So that should be 4,900 calories, which is like 1.5 pounds. So some of that's water weight, but some of it's probably body fat, which is awesome. Proteins, I did 132, 162, 122, 131, 141, 153, and 128 for an average of 139. Not quite as high as I would like it to be, because if you guys have been on my channel before, you know I like to keep my protein level at 10% of my calories. So it should be 153, but it's 139. It's harder when you're trying to get fiber in too, and you also can't eat as much. It's like harder to get that protein number up. I drink a lot of shakes. Probably gonna do that some more. I'm kind of addicted to those Premier Proteins now. It's like a serious craving. Carbs were all over the place. 79, 102, 145, 108, 126, 166, and 91 for an average of 117, which is low carb. Not bad. Not keto, but not bad. Fats, they were pretty low. 59, 42, 27, 31, 64, 71, 42 for an average of 48. Awesome. And my fiber, 36, 21, 25, 24, 20, 55, and 35. Your goal on this diet is to have 30 grams of fiber. My average for the week was 31. I don't know if average fiber counts, though, when we're talking about, using the potty every day. Also, be warned, I did just see a video about a lovely woman who has had 10 babies, who has been on this drug for 18 months, who decided to eat more fiber and didn't drink more water and ended up having to have a part of her muscle removed out of her. Well, let's just say it was not pretty. I was like, oh my gosh, drink my water, drink more water, more. So scary. I am so glad she came out of that without more damage, and I just can't even imagine. And to just be doing that because you just didn't drink enough water. If you're gonna up your fiber, you gotta up your water. That's how it goes. It's not like keto where you can get away with drinking 60 to 80 ounces a day. No, girl, you gotta drink like a gallon. You gotta drink like a lot. You gotta drink like 2 gallons. You drink as much as you can get in your stomach. Get it down. Drink the water. There you go. There's all the things. I'm glad you guys are here. I can't believe I'm doing this again. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. You'd think you'd figure these things out. I thought I had it all figured out, and, I didn't. So I apologize if I ever made you feel like you should just touch the stove when it comes to the keto diet, because I'm literally eating my words right now. So there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you in the next one. Wish me luck. I hope it goes well this week. I've got a lot of photography going on and a big, huge event. So it's not a dead week that I can just be curled up in bed. I really need some prayers. So thank you all so much. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.